Hello and welcome. Right, Farmer Girl is leading the charge. She is doing that field. I've set the courses for all of these, but I thought I'd really like to, and many of you probably have watched this, but those are interesting course where I thought, yeah, this has got this is going to be interesting. I didn't, when I bought this, paid no attention whatsoever to the fact that it's got cotton growing, so yes. I'm going to do the old-fashioned field edge method where you just literally record the course and give ourselves a fairly decent headland, although not where the road is. I'm going to give it exactly what it says there. So, yeah, we're going to do this that way. I think it's probably the best way. Also, I was thinking of lots of different things on this as to how to do this. Yeah, we can also chop these little bits of field off. Now, wasn't I going to do a straight down little bit? I was going to split this as well into sort of like a few different fields. I was thinking about potatoes. I was trying to think, how far down does it go? It goes an awful long way. An awful long way down. And not much. You go to the end of the field, really. So it's not that much further, really. And to about. So this is going to be a little bit of a field, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to do all of the crops that we've actually got because for the factory. I am right though. I was checking in editing to make sure. On the last run that we did, that I was right. I did that. If anything, there was only one single thing that really I didn't strap, or the strap didn't go over. Of all of those that I actually did, it was literally only one item that was not strapped. So yeah, this I think will make a fairly decent potato. If anything, we need a bigger red beet this time to try and catch up with what we'd actually already done. So that's. Ooh, not quite right, but that's nevertheless. Stop, and it is yes. Right, okay then, so. It's not actually done the. Oh, it has. It has on there, but you can't see it on here. Right, so really, it's right next to. Now it is showing. That's strange, it didn't show. It's not showing the outline, but. So really, we need to look on. Right, yeah, the other thing we've got to do is got to keep that busy because there's a lot of work to be done this time, an awful lot of work, and also, yeah, there's a little bit of. Let's do the tidy up. There is a bit of stone, it is true, but not a lot. So let's get these little bits done. Ooh, let's just tidy this up. I'm quite pleased with this when you consider how small this field was as to how well we did with the beets. It's really quite phenomenal. Yeah, I'm quite happy with there being no stones. And I must remember to actually, the trouble is, as I said, there's some that you really don't need to, right, let's shrink that. The other job that this does, yeah, let's have a look, because my word brain is like going on holiday again, and it's Monday this time, so it is. If you look on ploughs, it does say the other job is, what is it called? It's the, I've got a cheat, I have. I do hate this when your word brain goes on holiday. It's horrible. Cultivators, disc harrows. I can't even see it now. That's typical. It is. It'll come to me. Right. So 53. 53. We want 10.5 meters. Clear load. Activate and go. And we'll carry on with our other one. Yeah, I was quite pleased, if I'm honest, and that's not far off, really. So if we start from about here. We'll have to chop those down. I think they're the ones that actually do go quite nicely. So it's about at the very end of the water, which is about here. Right, smashing, and we're going to go, leaves ourselves a nice largish headland without wasting anything. Remember, this has got a fantastic, yeah, we'll use those as the edge of the field. We may well. Now then, whereabouts are we going to? Ooh, right by this opposite a tree. Okay. Yeah, I do think I'm right as well. I think Giants has done something to the forestry on this, the trees. I think it is actually, isn't it right up to the water? A little bit further. I think it's almost to that line that you can actually see, which is, yeah, the boulder line. I think that is about it. I would say we're about there. I would say we might be outside our line. Yeah, we might have to do this again, but once you've done the plough, it doesn't really matter. It'll literally, that's it. Now I need to be heading straight up to the edge of 57, and it'll obviously do the bits where it goes out of line, and then we'll do by the plough line. Now then, we've actually already done. Used to be able to reverse this and go backwards, but it's been simplified a little. Yes, but I think we'll be changing it and deleting it at some point soon. It really is. Trees, of course it is. Oh, but you can cut it and kill it straight away. I think I'm going to go into a bit of a time lapse because this is going to be a busy session, really. I've got a lot to say about the loading and unloading. I analysed that, and I might actually do a complete episode on the do's and don'ts of loading, really, because I thought, you know, I was quite pleased with what I did. I made a lot of mistakes as well, and I think that's equally as important. Now then, yeah, no, fantastic. Any more of the little trees? I think we did them. I think that was it. There weren't that many, really, to be honest. Right. Okay, so we need the plough to do this field, and the plough to do this field, but I think there's a bit of an overlap, so I think we'll do the CP4 one, and I might run a line to manually run the line and then delete CP5 so that I can actually see where I'm going. Then we're going to get the two littlies going with this. I would literally fill these up from the shop. Yeah, I do. I was quite interested in what I'd done with the loading and unloading. To be honest, there were so many factors against me. One of the biggest ones was, I've got to be honest, was Giants. I actually analysed. I was looking at the loading and unloading, and I thought, do you know, you couldn't have thrown any more at me if you'd have tried, and the loading's all wrong. I thought, the loading area's all wrong. And I do stick to it. I was like thinking, oh my life, really, Giants? It was terrible, really. Right, we could, on this. Let's just think about it. Yeah, we also, yes, that was the other thing I was going to do. I said about keeping in character with what we're going to do. Now, obviously, we just mentioned potatoes, so we're going to go to potato technology. I'm going to use a European company, the Agrizet. Yeah, beautiful little thing by Ostry, Slickliff. Yeah, I thought we would use this because it's very in keeping with the area, really. So we're going to buy, I think, 2 of those. Do we? I think, yeah, we've got a couple of methods that we can use to actually increase these, the front loader type ones. Have we got? Yeah, the other one we could use. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's true. I don't completely grasp the new front box that we bought as on how to use it with certain things, or whether you just keep dropping it and filling it from it. But that would mean you, not the workers. So something like the MX or something like that, where it's just straight. So we've got that. Yeah, we've got the 3.5 ton bucket there, as well as the other. Right. So yeah, I'm not making much sense, am I? That's quite usual for me. Right. How are we doing with the? Oh, it's finished and I missed it. Right. There you go. We could set this. I think, yeah, what we're going to do is a set of 2. And I was going to keep these just as is with the 2 littlies. Well, when I say that, the second one isn't that little. Yeah, really? This one's not really that. This one has got us through some real battle. Well, actually, the pair of them have. When you consider what they've earned us, it's quite phenomenal, really. Now then, do we need this? I think we do. We don't need the big bag handler. We need, yeah, the red box on this one. And we need to drop that off. Also, the other thing I was going to say was, I was pushing the wrong way. I want the pusher to push towards here where it's flat. But again, this is, it's often, I always do this. I try and analyse to see, did I do that the best that I could? And my answer to that was I did so much wrong that it was unbelievable. Yeah, I was fighting against so many elements. Obviously the snow. The snow was the biggest one because you couldn't see what I was doing. But also when I moved the trailer up here, I was fighting this hill all the time. It was terrible. And here as well, it went up here into the snow too. And also the other thing was the pusher pushed them this away. I really need to, yeah, the other thing is, I'm not 100% convinced the pusher's helping as much as you think, really. But if I'm going to use a pusher, I think I should push from this end down here to the flat bit and only push so much at a time, really. I think that's the thing that I did notice the most. Right, so then, yeah, we need to keep the 10.5 metre going, really. That's the biggest thing we need to do. Yeah, now then, we haven't got any, oh, it's going to rain. When is it going to rain? It's a bit too heavy for it. Now we need to pass through that. Yeah, we do. Let's just keep the pass through. A little bit too light. Whoa. It's a little bit too tight. Yeah, I do think we've got the wrong weight as well. I do realise that's... well, I don't know that we have. I don't know that there's anything much better than that. The clearance under that is minimal, but then it is under the other one, the proper one for telehandlers as well. That is equally, this seemed equally as good as that. Very, very pleased with this. I'm tempted to just crack on with this this fork, really, just because what I said, practice makes perfect. Right, you've got a bit too many things going through your head. Let's just concentrate on this. Yeah, we need to keep this going, and we've got the big field to do and the little field across the road. So I am going to go into a time lapse. It is true. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, yeah, quite. I didn't realise that particular patch was so awful. It's still showing the trees. When you're at a distance, they're not there, but it's still showing them. We saw this when I looked at the that screen. My original field, the one that I called my field, the little one, the one we started with, which was the farmyard, which obviously now we've gone to the farmyard, is the farmyard. I'm quite pleased. That's an awful lot of fields we've got now all of a sudden. So we will be maximising our use. We will also be going into standard farming as well. Yeah, we will. So, right, we do need to be ejecting this ready for tomorrow for when we fertilise. Can we plant potatoes today? That's what I would like to know. When do we plant potatoes? I can't remember. I don't plant them very often, if I'm honest. Oh, we can do it today. But do we do it? I think no, because we're going to run out of tractors. Really? I think, though, to be honest, we really have... No, it's been time-lapse. Most of it's been time-lapsed. Yeah, time-wise, I've done 45 minutes, but like it won't be 45 minutes when you work it out on... Oh, we need to just do the... Yeah, I've just cast that lime out, and now actually I've forgotten we've not done that one. Oh, luckily I didn't cast it out. Let's get that one done. Yeah, so this is an awful field as well, the grass field that we just did. Yeah, the last little field on our... Yeah, what was the farmyard grass field? I'd forgotten. I did obviously... I had this on the other one as well. Did we leave it as grass, or did I... I think I ripped it up and put it as proper grass. It's not a bad sized field, though, strangely enough. It's nice and wide, really. This is a kidney shape almost. It narrows and goes quite small at this end. But yeah, it's quite awful. But then, as we saw, really, because that field above us is also silty clay. It's still produced quite well. Obviously, not in comparison to the really fantastic fields, but yeah, it still produces enough that it's not. Yeah. Obviously, the bonuses are fantastic when you do get the bonuses, but now then we need to do across the road, and then we've done everybody's liming, which that is brilliant. Yeah, the stones, there's not much stones, really. They're only the little tiny ones. We could, of course, we're running out of money. I did think about, do we actually do a little bit more? Now you can see, because we lined this last time, that there's only just topping this up very slightly. It's not really used much at all of this, so yeah, we're not really needing any more than a top up. In fact, yeah, the other two were also equally the same. So one thing I do love about precision farming, you're only topping up, really. Yes, I did buy that. I shouldn't have done. I was supposed to be taking the next lot and then buying it, and of course I've leased that. Why have I leased that? And then I bought it, and I thought I bought it because I was going to take the next lot and we were going to buy one then. We need to cast that out actually, ready for tomorrow, because we are going to literally fertilizer. And I believe that front box has also got fertilizer in it too. So that means that it should really do us a long way through with a 2-ton box of that on the front. I'd have thought this has got a better chance of actually doing that without a weight, but we shall see. Yeah, the fabric, it's caught me out a few times with thinking it is heavy, but no, I think that's quite happy with that. It's not even like sitting forward at all. So I've got nearly 3 tons of fertilizer for when we do that in the morning. But is it true? Do we set these going, or just set those with those? We could do it tomorrow. I think what I'd like to do is do an entire session of seeding stroke planting. So we're doing potatoes, and we haven't got a normal one, but it is true. I think what we're going to do is we will take this bit. Well, actually, we ought to look at the prices before we do that. We have to say it's the smallest load ever. We could lease a planter in the morning, really. I'd like to just get a little bit of traction on the really. Yeah, you can see how much. With still quite a lot of quite a lot, really. Stock. Yeah, now I wonder if this is what's sort of throwing me out. When you look in the... It shows 29353535, But when you're out here and you go in the time saving stock check, it reads another story. It says we've got far more. So I'm not sure what's happening here. It's not, something's not reading right, because those are 3 times the amount. In which case, then the what that's producing is more, but it's not showing right. So it's a little bit of a strange one, really, because these are 2 ton, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 tons of soup in total. So it's a bit confusing. Something's not quite right somewhere, something's not showing right or doing something right. So yeah, I'm chuffed. So then, let's have a look at our fields. I'm really intrigued about this. And also, yeah, let's have a look at the prices as well. At what time is it going to rain? Also, that is 11 o'clock, but not for long. So that's not going to matter an awful lot. So we're going to plant some potatoes now. Then that is the point. Oats. We could still do it in April. We're a little bit late. The harvest will be August instead of July. But that's not really the end of the world. Or do we do it? And soybeans. Yeah, we could do some soy. We've got cotton. I'm going to enjoy that. Now there's a point. There's the Colossus harvester, which we could lease. But I think there's another one that's dropped not long back. So we're going to do this red beets, carrots, and parsnips. Let's have a look at. Let's choose our fields. Have a bit of a look, because we have got quite a lot of fields now. We do have CP2, which, combined with CP3 is I always keep forgetting you can't see that. Yeah, these 2 here, that's a field. Then you've got CP4, which is, again, it's not a small one. We could do potatoes in all 3 of the small fields, which will produce an awful big thing. We could stick the red beet in that one there. We've got cotton in that one there already, which we had nothing to do with that. So if we do red beet in that one, and that parsnips were in that one, carrots in that one, and parsnips in that one. So we'll have 3 fields of potatoes, which is a good stock. The potato soup was quite good, if you remember. Yeah, we could do pigs for a change, really, if we've got too much potatoes, which I think we will have quite a lot of potatoes. We'll probably do that with the AGI. No, it is the AGI pack here. The belt system, I think we might do quite a bit of that, actually. I know we use we'll go fluffy mods, one or the other. The belt system's a bit more realistic, because it's what actually does get used on the edge of fields. I'd like to head over to the realism side and perhaps buy one of those, really, and do it that way. I'm trying to think how we do that. Now, yeah, I've normally dragged it around the field, which is a little bit... I've been trying to go as realistic as possible within the game mechanics. That's not always easy. I was thinking of this at work earlier, about using the shovel, and it doesn't work very well. You can use the shovel to push things, and then you could push them into a pile. It takes too long. You need something a bit like a leveler. I tried it on Riverside and it didn't work very well. It sort of had a go, but it's not really, the mechanics aren't really there, which is why things like the fluffy mods, although a little bit cheaty, a little bit cheeky, the mechanics aren't quite there yet. You could really, in real life, push them with that, although you'd probably wreck them with that. The same as the fluffy mods would really probably shred your potatoes, shred your carrots, shred your parsnips, but obviously it's in the right direction, whereas the belt system really would. I mean, we know it's a little bit, it wouldn't be quite as it actually is, but yeah, it would lift this and stick it into a trailer. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll try to sort of go as realistically as possible. Maybe put them into bigger piles. We shall see. It's not that easy because the mechanics aren't quite there. We do need to wait for this. Yeah, I don't know what I can actually work with this. The one that's for telehandlers is drags on the floor a little bit. It's just as we close the session, so have a bit of a look, and we'll do a save as well. Just to so I think next time we are going to go through to April, and we've limed everything. We just need to sow and then fertilise. That is a point. Yeah, the one thing we're going to do before we go is we're going to fertilise the cotton field. Just forgetting about that. Yeah, so we'll do this in a minute. Let's go grab the favorites, and I'm on the wrong screen to do such a thing. Yes, let's grab this and let's go and do that. We have scanned all of the fields, which is quite amazing. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that as well. I thought you've not done that. We do. I've got to be honest, for saying how long we have been farming, though, we really have done terribly well. Yeah, we have. Got some cracking fields and some awful fields too. It's not all. Now this is where we want to be. Yeah, ooh. Okay. Well, that was probably believable. Now that's probably one thing where the other one is probably a little bit better. But I don't know. The straps don't always work as you'd expect. I think that should do. Yeah, no, it is reading it again. It's not as good as it was though. Right. So then. Did we do that? We did, didn't we? We already did it. 57, 36. We need to edit that as well. Yeah. Used to delete it. Now you can actually literally amend. That is brilliant. Right, so then now we need to come out of that, go back in, and then we should be able to clear current course, load, activate. Yeah, it did used to delete. Right, so then this being as this is. Ooh, you don't understand what that is. Never thought about that. Right, well, it looks like we're going to have to do this manually. So that's a no-no then for the workers. Are we on auto? Yes, we are. Fantastic. Ooh. So I've got my side panel, but I've got it plugged into the other computer. And yes, I've got a piece of software that allows me to use my keyboard and mouse on both, and I've got it plugged into the laptop, and I'm working on the desktop. So although it's the light's on, it's really on the other PC, and obviously this PC doesn't know of its existence, even though the piece of software does the keyboard and the mouse. It's not. It obviously isn't in the side panel, and it doesn't understand what it is. So yeah, I keep on pressing the button and then thinking, why is that not working? And then I think, because it's plugged into the wrong computer, you wally. Yeah. Well, a very, very good session, to be honest. We've done well. I would like it to get us through till tomorrow, though. I just wanted to do that. And now these stones look bigger, strangely enough, but it is what it is. It's tough. Yeah, we'd always, on the first year, I mean, well, I know this isn't our first year, but technically we've expanded to such an extent that it's the first year with the set of fields that we've actually got now. So really, it's the first year of proper farming. I've got to be honest, we're scratching in the dirt. Although we owned a field, we really hadn't done very much with it at all, even though we've been on the map for a full year. Although I don't think it would show that, because we obviously swapped the maps because of the trouble that we were having. We swizzled the XML file over to this one because obviously the fertilizer contracts had gone wrong, so there was obviously something wrong with the ground layer. Right, that is about right. Yeah. Also unsure as to whether we shift the house and have one built. I mean, the farmyard is quite small. We could eventually, we've just ripped that field up, and it is obviously going to be an arable field this year, but that doesn't mean to say it's not going to be an extension of the farmyard in time. Yeah, or whether this one goes to the farmyard as we originally said, but that's now central. If you look at what we own, that is very central to the fields that we own. If you look at it, really. I mean, I know 51 and plot 51 is obviously that's quite a lot out the way. In a way, that's not central, but yeah, really, if you were to put dead centre, it would be about there. Yeah, it would be. So the farmyard is fairly central, pretty much. I suppose there is a bit of land on the edge of that, around that bit near the sort of bit over. Let me just take it, and then we're going to go to sleep. Yeah, if we go look on the edge of this field. Yeah, there is a little bit. Well, it looks like on the map, but it could be the teeniest weed. There's also a big sign there. It's actually, no, that's rather disappointing. It's nowhere near as big as it looks. There's absolutely no way that anything is going here. Absolutely not. No. Well, I suppose you could chop the tree down and then it would work. But, you know, I think we'll give it a miss. Oh, wow, that's deeper than it looks. Let's go for a swim. Wow, it is actually. I mean, we own all this, but obviously, other than, you know, like watering our fields, there's not really much we can do with it. Right, anyway, let's jump to the house. And we are going to sleep through till morning. Have we done everything we need to do? I am enjoying this. We have really done very, very well when I consider... Oh, can't shut the door. Have we done everything? Let's have a quick look to see. Yeah, mixed bag. 57 is fantastic. 53 is only marginally less. 82 is the best field we've got. That's all loam, but obviously it's small. That's terrible, as is 52, and as is the grass field there also. So yeah, if you were going to sacrifice anything at all for the farmyard, it would be really 52 and that one there that come with the farmyard originally. That would not be a bad thing. 82 would make a terrible farmyard because it's so good with its bonus. 57 likewise is a fantastic field. Does make you wonder that 56 would probably be almost a good field almost all the way down. When you actually follow that band in there, it's going to start going through there. So really, that means that all of that section there is going to be loam, and the top bit is going to be sandy loam. So that would make a good field, really. 55, I'd imagine, is equally quite good. When you follow that, it looks like there's going to be a band of green and a band of loam and another band of loam and a little bit of silty clay down there. So 55 would make a cracking field. But yeah, I'm not sure how far we wish to, how big we want to go, really, whether we do want to do that one, because the 57 and that is quite a big field too. These aren't tiny fields. 53 and 52 are quite large. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. Right, anyway, sleepy time. Let's have a look as well. I just want to have a look at some 110 horsepower. How much would that have? Pretty much the same, really. Yeah, it would have been pretty much the same to go up to almost the same. It is a little bit. It's 0.5 of a ton lighter, even though it looks a lot smaller. The Valtra is quite a nice tractor, and pretty much would be. It did have a front loader attached, so there was very little different. I do like the look of this, I've got to be honest. The sculpting on that, I think, is an awful lot. Yeah, but the fence extra weight is awfully good, really, and it is faster by quite a considerable amount. So then let's sleep through till the morning, and it is 8 o'clock. And we shall see how our production goes as to whether we're going to do a bit of a run and split the session, where we leave the seeders and that going whilst we go and do a run over with the I was going to do the weights, wasn't I? 280 again. We did a little bit of work and it's literally slaughtered us. We've lost half of the productions. It's ridiculous. Work for an hour. It should be 480 odd. We're down to 71 because obviously we've lost a bit with the new field. That's 57. They're all 70s and that, which is quite amazing. So this has really knocked our score down, but not awfully. That's another reason for why sometimes it's not always a good idea to keep taking new fields on, because it keeps mucking around with your scores. But hey-ho, it is what it is. You can't really worry about things like that. Right then, so then we are up to 21,748. And how much have we got in the production? We may well do a run. We've got to do what's sensible, really. Yeah, no, it's weird because that again looks different to what it says when you go over and look at the spawned products. We'll just come back to do that last thing. I'd like to get a weight for that, or to actually probably save it and have a look. Let's have a look, because this should have spawned. It doesn't look like it's spawned any more to me than the swans. I can't. There's more, aren't there? Yeah, there's some inside as well. That's right, these don't show, do they? Yeah. Do we do one set of pushing? Just one, and then we'll see what else spawns. 30 odd tons, which that isn't too bad really when you consider it. Parsnip, red beet, parsnip. So there's got to be some triple soup. Is that there? I think red beet triple soup 1, 2 actually. Yeah, and then red beet soup. So fantastic. Isn't that a triple? No parsnip? Yeah, so there is quite a bit there really. Do we do that once more just to push them together? It is better than you think, but I do think we'll sell this one and yeah, don't want to go any more than that. It does help. I think that should be about it. That's more than you thought actually. That's getting quite large actually. Yeah, I'm forgetting sometimes about the stuff outside. I don't think we need to do any more if there is any more, because that's going to go to the bit where it's awkward. But I am right, I really want to push into this flatter area where we can go right up to the shed front really. Right, fantastic, that'll do nicely. I think we will probably take this across. We'll just quickly grab the weight. Let's save the game in case. Yeah, this is really a bit of a test more than anything. I'd just like to see. I love the Wii Throw. It's my favourite way, even though it's not the main one of that set. It's the one I prefer. It looks more, but yeah, the proper one. Ooh, the AB. Oh, I love that tractor. It's a beautiful. We haven't got the IT runner, so that's not much use to us. Although you can stick stuff in it still. Really? Yeah. That's when you consider how big it is, 45 cubic meters. We are short of a. That is not a bad little buy. I know we can buy one for that anyway, so yeah, it is true. Forget about things like that. You could still use it as a sort of a trailer. You could stick it on the back of one of our low loaders. I'm not sure how that would work. Again, mechanics, isn't it? Right, weights. Let's do one thing at a time. And then I am bowing out. So yeah, I mean, there's a few weights. That's obviously for a John Deere. That's very specialist. That also is for the Liebherr. This is the one, the PT30. Now, I prefer the Wii Throw, but that bends a little bit. It doesn't sit well on this particular thing. It sort of bends downwards, so I'm not sure that I've ever tried this one on that, whether it's going to be better. Yeah, and I think 1500 is... It's bigger, that's heavier than the other one. Can we go smaller? No, it's that's it. Do we go... I think we're going to lease it, because we really want to see how that sits on this. Whether it sits... Yeah, because it sits too close to the ground. So I'm hoping this is a little better than the other one. It looks a bit silly, because it is a very, very wide, which is why I prefer the other one. It does sit a lot higher though, and it isn't making that. It's not sitting back badly. So do you know something? All that it's not too terrible, really. Do you know something? We're going to buy it. Yeah, I must remember that. And we want to return that one. Yes. Weights. Thank you. I was going to say. Right, purchase. Yes. Right, I shall have to remember this, because I've got to be honest, the clearance on that is better than the other. It's still going to probably hit when you go up the ramps, but that's going to really set us in good stead. 7.2 ton total weight. I think we're not going to stick to using this as well. I'm going to use these. I was quite impressed actually with how well I was handling the mechanics of the loading, especially with this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having another go, if I'm honest. And it looks like plenty to stack on there, so I think I'm going to try. Yeah, keep practicing with this rather than going to the others. So yeah, we will. I'm sure. Do I? though. Let's not, no, because I know what I'm like. I'll just get stuck in, and then like, before long, another 10 minutes have gone, and the session's going to be 3 hours long. So no, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, we're in April. We're going to get everything planted, apart from obviously the field of cotton, which is already nicely growing. It should be. No, it showed green, so yeah, it will actually be growing. And we have got a lot of fields to plant. And whilst they're being done, we are going to get cracking with loading. Yeah, we're going to have to borrow a tractor. Now, we don't need the biggie, really. To be honest, it's all the little ones can cope with that. So yeah, we will have 2 tractors which we can keep pushing around to do the vegetables, and then obviously we can switch them to the agrizet. Yeah, and then we will do the loading with this and this as well. Or do we go out? I think we're going to, I know what we're going to do. I do, actually. If we got the money, I'd love to buy the AB. It's a beautiful tractor. Another one that can actually have a front box, a rear, because look at the front on that. 3-point link on that is an absolute beast. In fact, if anything, I've got to be honest, it's probably bigger than the rear. Slightly different design, but it is still a massive 3-point link that's much more stronger than most. I said two tractors that could cope with that the other day. This was the second tractor, the AB. So yeah, we can 135 max. It's just not got the horsepower to do lots of implements, but its centre of gravity is second to none. It's almost like the Little Massey. It's so low. It takes an awful lot to. So I'd love to, if we could afford this, that really. But you know what I was thinking of was, being as I'm always on about Ridiculous Dominic, is actually buying in the car section, because it is so reasonable as well, is the XL, and I think we'll go the Monster. We can afford it, because I was thinking it frees up the other tractor. Really? We also need the back, which I believe is in. Is it in miscellaneous? I think it is, but I don't know where it is. So I don't think it's too far in, actually. Is it in there, or is it in trailers? I think it is in. No, it's like the H2 Studios ones. I'm sure it is. It's in here somewhere. I don't think it's that far in. Yeah, I've been busy. I've got quite a few things. These looked quite interesting as well. Yeah, so this is the MJ bed. And we'll keep that as exactly as it is. I like the lava, but I think we just bought it white. So yeah, for once we're going to buy it white. So we could grab that, and that can be the tower, and we'll have 3 tractors getting cracking. Would love it. And if we do the load, what we could do then is buy the AB and get that cracking too. So I'd like to get that done quite early on. Fantastic. I don't think I've ever had the white. I've always gone for the lava, which is my favourite look. So then, it's a bit of a beast. I'm sure this does actually work on this. Yeah, it does. Fantastic. And it usually works quite well. I think you've also got adjustable hitch, which I often forget. I think you have to be on the vehicle itself. Ah, that's it. That's it. Adjustable hitch, up and down. Can't actually find it anymore. Ah, I'll use my reel. Oh, I did it. I found it then. Ah, that's that. That's actually to do the actual back itself. Then tidying that makes it a little unstable. So, yeah. Raise front loader arm. No, that isn't working actually. Okay, yeah, my bad. I'm doing it again. When I'm tired, I'll go on and on forever. Well, that is it. That's what we're doing. Down to 13,338, but we have got quite a large load to do. We're going to do that, and we're going to set the. It's going to be a lot of hopping, because as soon as they're finished the field, we need to push them onto the next field, we'll grab that. The biggie, which is a bit of a shame, don't we? I'm trying to think, what are we going to do? We were going to go into normal arable. Are we going to lease? Yeah, because those two can do all of that kind of. But we're going to go into normal arable. We're on about. So I think what we're going to do is lease my favourite small planter. I think is what we're going to do. So we'll do that now. Ready for next session. So then, yeah, we can hit the ground going really. Or do we go for? Do we lease one of the cedars? If we're a planter, no, it was a cedar actually. That's what I meant, a cedar. Really, I think we're going to go. Let's have a look for the manufacturers that would be around in this. Is there anything special? No, it's pretty much. Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. I could actually afford that. So only a 12-metre spread. It's not a massive cast, really. I think I would like to do a different colour. We seem to be favouring. No, if we're using the John Deere, let's do the John Deere. John Deere J. Nearly, not far off. John Deere green. Select. Apply. And you know we are going to buy it. Brilliant. Okay, so the John Deere is going to be doing that. We shall stick. Which front box can we sort of do with this? I think we're going to have to buy the MX. But we do need some wages, so we might have to wait till we sell things and just have to keep topping this up. We want to go to oats. And we're soon going to be running low. Mind you, I don't know, vegetable technology is so phenomenal, really, with... it's not a very big thing, so we're going to be probably... Oh, it's bigger than you think, actually. 800, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. So, yes... I'm trying to think which ones we will do. Well, I think we'll do this because this is super duper. We're going to do this as potatoes, though, weren't we? That is true. What we were going to do? We're going to do that as potatoes. Those three as potatoes. That was going to be red beet. So we've not really got anything to do. So we could do. I think we'll do this field. This one here is going to be. Yeah, we've got those ready, haven't we, for doing that? But we'll do this. We will. I'm going to change my mind. We're going to do those ones. Yeah, the red beet's going to be the one at the bottom. Do this as potatoes, that as potatoes, and this is our first arable field. Because obviously this is cotton, which I wouldn't have done this year, but it's done, and I'm not going to muck around with it. So let's just have a quick look at. Yeah, that's perfect. Nitrogen, perfect pH. All of the liming's done, so it's a matter now of just seeding, and we will get. Yeah, this is the only one we're going to go. Our first arable, so we're going to need a header later on in the year. But that is where I'm going to leave it. All that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.